laundry room makeover. I brought these cabinets from Home Depot with the wooden front so I could stain it to the color that I desire. So this is me outside with my son
Kane did the
staining
first little bit
to the cabinets.
Can I paint it for you later?
Yeah, we'll do some more in a few minutes.
Yeah, too. Why it looks so brown instead of black, guys?
Because it's not this stain. We staining the cabinets right now and the doors. So this is not for the paint. It's not the paint part yet. We're not doing that part yet. We'll do that part in a little bit. We're just doing the stain.
Maybe after it dries?
Probably. No. We're doing a black on something else.
So this here is the actual cabinet. I painted it black. The outside of it and around the door. I'm about to stain this shelf myself. Originally, I brought a laminated shelf, but it wasn't matching with the stain. So I got these cabinets here from Home Depot. The front of it is actually wood. The rest of the stuff is compressed. So I painted that black, stained this. I'm about to stain that shelf so it can match. This is the stain right here I'm using. Water-based beer stain, espresso. So right now we just installed this shelf. So we put the brackets here. There's always gonna be a stud or whatever you wanna call it, a beam in the corners. And there's always gonna be a beam either to the left or the right of a power outlet. So we just put our mark for our cabinets. We're gonna put 2 cabinets, one here and one in this corner. So we know our laundry detergent is about 11.5 inches. So we put this line at 12. And we also just put laundry detergent up here just to see because we buy the same laundry detergent all the time. So we gave it a few more inches. So we're gonna put a board going across here. And we're gonna make sure that board is level. We're gonna put a board there, make sure it's level, right? And then we're gonna sit the cabinet on that board and then screw the cabinet into our studs. So we're gonna mark out the studs, which we know we got one in this corner here. We got another stud here. We got another stud there. So we're gonna mark out all our studs now. But now we're gonna mark out our studs. So I like to use this thing here. So you slide this around, it'll find the magnets, right? I mean, it's a magnet, so it'll find a screw. So if I find a screw, I know that it has to be a stud deal, right? A beam, right? Because when you put the sheetrock on the wall, you have to screw it into the studs for it to stay up there. But I'll still slide it up and see if I can find another one, right? See, I caught another one, so I know I got a stud here. I slide down, found another one. So I know I got a stud somewhere in this area, right? Keep sliding it, find another one. Mechanical pencils annoying. Right, same thing over here. Found it, right? I did that earlier. See? So you can use this type of stud finder as well. I actually like this one. This is my favorite, the magnet. See? Stud. We know we got a stud. So we're gonna mark all our studs, and then we're gonna hang our cabinets on the studs. You see I added this board here, like I was telling you guys. So this board, the cabinet gonna sit on top of this board. It's gonna sit on the lip of this board here, right? So you have to make sure this board is level. I found 2 of the studs. There's a stud here in the middle too as well. So now I'm gonna sit the cabinet on top of that, put a leveler inside the cabinet still, because I just like to make sure 100%. And this board is already level, but I like to just double double down to make sure. And you're gonna screw the cabinets right into the studs. So I got the studs marked out already. So this board assists you, and it's also leveling the cabinet out at the same time. You sitting the cabinet on top of the board, it's gonna help level it out. And then it's like you got another pair of hands. Even if you have one individual trying to hold the cabinet up for you, with a leveler inside the cabinet, it's gonna be super hard to do it. The cabinet gonna keep sliding. So it's better just put a board there like that. So remember I told you guys I put this board up here for the cabinet, right? So now, all I gotta do is sit my cabinet right on top of this board and push it in the corner of the wall. So now all the weight, I'm literally holding the cabinet up here with one hand. I'm not even putting a lot of force in it, because all the weight here, right? But I still take a smaller leveler and I'll put it here just to make sure that cabinet is level. Even though I know my board level, now I know my cabinet is level, right? So now I got two options. I can shoot it here because I know my stud is here, right? That's how a lot of people do it, but I really don't like to do it there because I just don't like to see the screw there, but it's easier to hit it there. So what I try to do, I try to find it inside here and level it out, right? So now I'm gonna try to shoot the screw from right here, just using my judgment, right? Ooh, that fell out. Let's put that back in there. So I'm gonna try to use my judgment here and try to hit it from here.
Where's the baby? Baby, the cover.
Okay, shh.
See, and I hit the stud. So you see how that one screw holding up that cabinet? Just like my one finger was holding up this cabinet. So I hit the stud, I got lucky, hit it right on the right on the nose. So now I line it up, put another 2 or 3 up here, and we rolling. So you put this here, make sure that's in there good. That's in there. Add some more screws. Then I'm gonna probably add one more at the top, and there you go. Then I'm gonna do the same thing in this corner. I'm gonna add that corner there, this cabinet right here in the corner as well. All right, so that's how you install a cabinet. You use this as your level and your extra hands.
That what you want.
It's really loud, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna put my doors. I took the doors off because it make it easier. When you put the cabinet in, I'm gonna put my doors back in, add another screw there. I might shoot one in the corner, but believe it or not, these screws right here will hold this cabinet up and all the weight on it. I might shoot another one here and probably just put 4 in it. All right, there you go. That's how you put the cabinet in. See, so now we got both cabinets in. So we're gonna change that outlet as well. Change it to black. Now we got both cabinet doors on. So we're gonna take that board off here. So I just prepped the wall for my paint. Put tape here. I'm gonna have to add tape there too as well. You don't have to tape it if you got a steady hand. So this is a DIY video, so that's why I'm taping it. Rather be safe than sorry for someone that never painted before. And then I'm also gonna put turf on the floor here. This black right here, I got it from Home Depot. It's called Limousine Leather. That's the name of it, Limousine Leather. So I'm about to switch out this roller because I don't like the way this roller rolling. So when you want to do a roller, you always want to de-shed it. Go like this. See, get all this extra stuff off so it won't be in your paint roller. so it won't be in your paint later. So you want to de-shed it. You can also use tape to de-shed it. Okay. Oh, that look kind of sus. Don't do that. So I'm gonna soak this little thing on up, soak them up. My paint a little soaked up a little good. I'm gonna smooth out that paint that's here from the wall already. So see that? That looks so much better. So this outlet right here, I'm actually changing this outlet out. I'm putting a black one in there so it can blend with the wall. This here got a cover that's gonna go around here, so I can paint all the way down here if I want to. Ain't gotta worry about that because I'm popping the cover on later. I think I might have paint the cover black too as well. So I want everything on this back wall to kind of blend in. So here we're gonna install a knob, right? So it's the knob we're gonna install on this cabinet here. So what we wanna do, we wanna see where we wanna put the cabinet. Since this is a laundry room, I don't wanna put the knob up here in the center. I need to put the knob down here somewhere because the washing machine and dryer don't cause you to be back here, so we need it to be close to here, right? So what I wanna do, I wanna get it on the same side. I want to do it both on the same side, so I will put it about right here. So all I do is take my measuring tape and mark where I'm putting it at. So I'm going to do the same thing on both sides. To make it easy and simple, I'm just going to put it at 3. So I'll put the 3, right? And I'm going to put it at 1 here. So that's going to be the center part right there. Do the same thing over here. Put it at 3. Then I'll come here and mark it. Put this at 1. So that's where my hole gonna be at, right? I got my hole here too as well. I like to always double check, make sure everything's good. 3. Yup, okay. And 1. Perfect. Got the 1. We got the 3. Okay. So I'm glad I checked. Because I thought my marker mark was stained. So it wasn't even a marker mark. So now we're going to pre-drill this here. So let's go on here. So I'm going to put this here. So we'll make sure we come back out on the other side of this cabinet. Here, we'll do the same thing. This is a screw. The screw gonna go on this side of the cabinet. Usually it ain't this hard. What I did wrong, I should have opened up a little bit more. I should have used a bigger bit, but I know it's still gonna go in, so I'm not gonna use a bigger bit. But I'm gonna just use a bigger bit. Right there. But by me not using a bigger bit, it's easier. I don't have to sit here and hold it either. So that's perfect. That's in there. Do the same thing on this side. So if I use the bigger bit, this screw would have been in there, slipped it in a little easier. So now I got to screw the screw in there because it's a little tighter. But by being snug, right, like I said, I don't have to sit here on the other side and try to hold the screw. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take the screw and go through this way first. So I don't mess the front of my cabinet. Now come through on this side.
Hey.
My daughter, she just came in. Hey, what's going on? See, so that's nice and snug now. And all I gotta do is just sit here. I ain't gotta hold it on the other side. I can just spin it on there. Because the wood itself is holding it. Tighten that up there good. There you have it. Got two of them right there. Yeah. Perfecto. So this is the turf that we're gonna be putting down in here. Paint still drying. Now we got the turf down. Just waiting for the paint to still dry. Gotta change out this outlet. Gonna put black right there. Let's put the shelf back in. Just the turf. What's going on, y'all? So today I'm gonna teach you how to swap out your receptacle. So right here we painted the laundry room wall and it was white, so we want to change it out. So that's the one we're going with right here, right? So what you want to do first, right? When you change out a receptacle, I'm gonna make it super, super easy for you to change out a receptacle. Everybody think it's hard, but it's very, very easy to change out a receptacle, right? It's really, really easy. There's only 3 wires that you're working with, right? First thing you want to do is cut the power off. If you don't have one of these testers, you can buy one from Home Depot, or if you don't feel like spending money on a tester, what you could do is plug like a phone up to it or whatever, or your circuit breaker box might be labeled and it might tell you which one it is. But to make sure the power off, you can plug like your phone up to it or something like with a light or whatever, plug it up. If that device goes off, then you know the power's off. You know what I mean? But it's best to just have one of these testers here. This right here, you can buy this by itself, but this one right here, you can actually take it to the circuit breaker box, and if your circuit breaker box is not labeled, this will tell you which one it is. So I'm gonna plug this up into the circuit breaker box, right? I mean into the outlet, the receptacle, right? So this let me know that it's on, it's power here. This also let me know that's correct. Right here on top of here, you look right on top of here, it has like little things that's letting me know indications of what's going on. So if these 2 lights are on, that means correct. But we don't need to do that right now for this situation. So for this situation, we're just using this to know that the power is on, and we want to cut the power off before working with it. And this is also going to help us identify what circuit breaker is in the box. Even though my circuit breaker box is labeled, I'm still going to show you how to use this tool here. So right now I'm about to walk to the circuit breaker box and show you how to work it. So this here is the circuit breaker box. This is the tool I was telling you about right here, right? So sometimes your circuit breaker, most of the time it should be labeled, right? Let me say sometimes. But sometimes people's stuff ain't labeled. Mine is actually labeled, right? So in this situation, this tool here, you just tap it and it'll help you find out which one it is, right? See how I start beeping? So now I know this is it. It also say laundry here. So I'll click this off and now that should kill the power. So now I can go up there and install the outlet. So now, in the next video, we're gonna go on, teach you how to install an outlet. So now, as you can see that the power is off, right? So now I can work with it, right? Both of the lights is off, we have no power. So first thing we're gonna do, you can take a screwdriver or screw gun, take out the screws, right? I'm gonna take out the screws. They had one very long screw here. Another long one here too. I mean, that's a little shorter. All right. So now when you pull out the receptacle, this is how it's gonna look, right? So you got your hot wire, which is your black wire, right? That's your black wire, it's your hot wire. You got your white wire, that's your neutral wire. And you got your copper wire, which is your ground wire. So the copper wire, sometimes it could have green on it as well. It have a green coating on it, like this has a white coating on it. Sometimes it might have a green coating on it. So it's simple, right? All you're doing is matching it back up, right? Super easy, right? See, look, take that copper wire, you're gonna put it right here on the green screw. You're gonna take the white one, put it here, right? Spin around, take the black one, put it on this. So all you gotta remember, black is always gonna be by itself. You know what I mean? Black is always with gold. So this is how we're gonna do it. You can use the screw gun or you can use the screwdriver, right? Take that off, loosen that up. See that bent a little bit, so I'm gonna take some needle noses and just spin it back, right? I'm gonna take the copper wire off as well. Right? Now, if you don't feel comfortable, if you feel like you might forget, just do one at a time, right? Take your copper wire, put your copper wire back on here. Take your needle noses, you squeeze this back, right? So it'll be tight, don't slip off. That's it. Now we're gonna take this, it's our neutral wire, put our neutral wire back on, right? Neutral wire is pretty tight already, so I ain't gotta squeeze that. Put that back on, right? Flip it around. Then we're gonna take our hot wire, which is this one here. Loosen up the screw.
The black one.
Yup, the hot wire is our black one. See? Even my 4-year-old son knows now. Right? Pull this so I can loosen up. Get that off of there. Right? We can straighten that back up. See, I bent it a little bit. I'm just gonna turn it and straighten it back up. Real simple. Now I'm gonna take this, slip that over here. This one right here, I can squeeze a little bit. Put that back in. Now what we're gonna do, just stay right here and watch this outlet. Now what we're gonna do is bend these wires back in, right? So we're gonna push down on a wire like this. Push down, get up the camera a little bit so they can see that. I'm pushing down on the wire right here so I can make it like an S, and I'm gonna push up on it, right? Like that. So when I push it back in the wall, it go right in the wall like this, see? Right, so now this one already came with its own screws. We might have to take these screws out because they're not gonna be long enough. I'm gonna put the longer ones in here because this outlet, whoever built the house, has set this outlet back a lot further than usual. So that's why they put the longer screws here. So we're gonna just do the same thing and put the longer screws. Usually we use the screws that it come with, but in this situation, we're gonna take these screws out. So put this one here, put this one here. Right, match up the holes. That's in there. Get that one started on. Gonna put that top one in. For some reason,
That's not working, so let's just take this screw out. This is the screw they put in here. So they jacked it up, obviously. So I'm just gonna try to use one of the shorter ones. It should work. This screw's a little too thin anyway. So let's just try to put this one here and see if we can get it pretty good. We don't need to catch that much, just a little bit. Okay, that's stripped, so that's probably why they did that. So I'm gonna have to find another screw, but I'm gonna finish showing you how you put this in. All right, so this cover has 2 screws here, which is gonna, one screw is gonna connect here, one screw is gonna connect here. That just go right on top of here like that. In this situation with this here, right, you don't want to try to use a screw gun for this. You just take a regular screwdriver. It's a flathead. You just line it up. We got that big screw back there, so it's making it a little harder to catch it than normal. So this goes here like that. And there you have it. Got your new power outlet in, but I'm gonna take this off later and take the other screw out. Like I said, they had this long screw here for whatever reason, so I gotta do that over. But this how you put the power outlet in. Put your tester back in here. You go cut your power back on, you got your new outlet. So I'll cut the power on for you guys just so you guys can see it. So we got the power back on. And you see it's correct. See these 2 lights over here? Indicate that it's correct. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time. There you go. See, it say correct, right? So we got our wash and dryer back in, got our shelf in, everything hooked up. See, we got our turf down here. We can put our light outlet back there so it'll blend in. Still waiting on a light fixture. We got something that's gonna go right here on the wall here, something here on the wall. So every time you click the light switch, it changes. So we got the turf on the floor, got the shelf back there. See, it changes again.